there are 8 euro coin denominations, ranging from 1 cent to 2 euros. The coins first came into use in 2002. They have a common reverse, portraying a map of Europe, but each country in the eurozone has its own design on the obverse, which means that each coin has a variety of different designs in circulation at once. 4 European microstates which use the euro as their currency also have the right to mint coins with their own designs on the obverse side. The coins, and various commemorative coins, are minted at numerous national mints across the European Union to strict national quotas. Obverse designs are chosen nationally, while the reverse and the currency as a whole is managed by the European Central Bank. History. The euro came into existence on January 1, 1999. It had been a goal of the European Union and its predecessors since the 1960s. The Maastricht Treaty entered into force in 1993 with the goal of creating economic and monetary union by 1999 for all EU states except the UK and Denmark. In 1999 the currency was born virtually, and in 2002 notes and coins began to circulate. It rapidly took over from the former national currencies and slowly expanded behind the rest of the EU. In 2009 the Lisbon Treaty formalized its political authority, the Eurogroup, alongside the European Central Bank. In 2004 2 commemorative coins were allowed to be minted in 6 states. By 2007, all states but France, Ireland and the Netherlands had minted a commemorative issue, and the first eurozone-wide commemorative coin was issued to celebrate 50 years of the Treaty of Rome. In 2009, the second eurozone-wide issue of a €2 commemorative coin was issued, celebrating 10 years of the economic and monetary union. In 2012, the third eurozone-wide issue of a €2 commemorative coin was issued, celebrating 10 years of euro coins and notes. To date, only Cyprus, Estonia and Ireland have not independently issued a A2 commemorative coin. As the EU's membership has since expanded in 2004, 2007 and 2013, with further expansions envisaged, the common face of all euro coins from the value of a 0.10 and above were redesigned in 2007 to show a new map. Slovenia joined the eurozone in 2007, Cyprus and Malta joined in 2008, Slovakia in 2009, Estonia in 2011 and Latvia in 2014, bringing 6 more designs. Lithuania will adopt the euro on January 1, 2015. Specification: there are 8 different denominations of euro coins, a 0.01, a 0.02, a 0.05, a 0.10, a 0.20, a 0.50, a 1 and a 2. The A 0.01, a 0.02 and a 0.05 coins show Europe in relation to Asia and Africa in the world. The A 0.10 to a 2 coins show the EU before its enlargement in May 2004 if minted before January 1, 2007, or a geographical map of Europe if minted after. Coins from Italy, San Marino, the Vatican City, Austria and Portugal show the geographical map if minted after 2008. The common side was designed by Luc Luyx of the Royal Belgian Mint. They symbolize the unity of the EU. The national sides were designed by the NCBs of the Eurozone in separate competitions. There are specifications which apply to all coins, such as the requirement of including 12 stars. National designs were not allowed to change until the end of 2008, unless a monarch dies or abdicates. National designs have seen some changes due to a new rule stating that national designs should include the name of the issuing country. The common side of the A 0.01, a 0.02 and a 0.05 coins depict the denomination, the words Eurocent beside it, 12 stars and Europe highlighted on a globe in relation to Asia and Africa in the world. The common side of the A 0.10, a 0.20 and a 0.50 coins currently depict the denomination in the right, the words Eurocent underneath it, with 12 stars and the European continent on the left. Coins minted from 1999 to 2006 depicted only the EU 15, rather than the entire European continent, which is on coins minted after 2007. The common side of the A1 and A2 coins depict the denomination on the left, the currency, map of Europe and 12 stars on the right. Similarly, coins minted from 1999 to 2006 depicted the EU15, rather than the whole European continent, which is on coins minted from 2007. Design, common side. All coins have a common reverse side showing how much the coin is worth, with a design by Belgian designer Luc Luycx. The design of the A0.01, A0.02, and A0.05 coins shows Europe's place in the world as a whole. The A0.10 coins and above show either the 15 countries that were the European Union in 2002, or, if minted after 2007, the whole European continent. Coins from Italy, San Marino, the Vatican, Austria and Portugal show the new design if minted 2008 or later. The coins symbolize the unity of the EU. Current design. On June 7, 2005, the European Council decided that the common side of the A0.10 to A2 coins should be brought up to date to reflect the enlargement of the EU in 2004. The A0.01, A0.02 and A0.05 coins show Europe in relation to the rest of the world, therefore they remained unchanged. In 2007, the new design was introduced. The design still retains all elements of the original designs, including the 12 stars, but the map of the 15 states is replaced by one showing the whole of Europe as a continent, without borders, to stress unity. These coins were not mandatory for existing eurozone members when introduced in 2007, but became so for every member in 2008. Cyprus is shown several hundred kilometers northwest of its real position in order to include it on the map. On the A1 and A2 coins, the island is shown to be directly east of mainland Greece. On the A0.10, A0.20, and A0.50 coins, it appears directly below Crete. The original proposal from the European Commission was to include Turkey on the map, but this design was rejected by the Council. Initial design. The original designs of the A0.10, A0.20, and A0.50 coins showed the outline of each of the EU 15 member states. Each state was shown as separate from the others, thus giving Europe the appearance of an archipelago. EU member states outside the eurozone were also depicted. Non-EU states were not depicted. On the A1 and A2 coins, the landmass appeared more cohesive although borders were indicated. As in current issues, all coins featured 12 stars in their design. The year featured in the coins can date back to 1999, when the currency was formally established. These countries traditionally stamped the coin with the year of minting rather than the year it was put into circulation. Researchers from the University of Zaar 1/4 Rich warned that an external ring of metal surrounding an inner pill of a different color, as in the euro coins, can lead to the release of high levels of nickel, causing allergic reactions with people sensitive to the metal. The researchers also warned that the coins could contain between 240 and 320 times the amount of nickel allowed under the EU Nickel Directive. National sides. The obverse side varies from state to state, with each member allowed to choose its own design. Each of the 8 coins can have the same design, or can vary from coin to coin. In monarchies, the national side usually features a portrait of the country's monarch, often in a design carried over from the former currency. Republics tend to feature national monuments, symbols, or stylized designs. Engravings on the edge of the A2 coin are also subject to national choice. There are, however, some restrictions on the design. It must include 12 stars, the engraver's initials, and the year of issue. New issues must also include the name of the issuing country or an abbreviation of it. It may not repeat the denomination of the coin or the word euro unless it is in a different alphabet. This rule is flouted by Austria. The national side was also to remain unchanged until the end of 2008, unless a monarch depicted on a coin died or abdicated. There are at present no plans to abolish the national designs in favor of a common European one. However, the Commission has proposed that the A0.01, A0.02, and a 0.05 coins have a common design to keep costs down. Though they are not members of the EU, Andorra, Monaco, San Marino, and the Vatican City also have euro coins featuring a national side, but these coins are not put into general circulation by the authorities, who instead sell them to collectors for prices higher than their face value. Future changes to national sides. The national sides of all denominations of the euro circulation coins should bear an indication of the issuing member state by means of the member state euro unregistered trademark S name or an abbreviation of it. The national side should not repeat any indication on the denomination, or any parts thereof, of the coin, neither should it repeat the name of the single currency or of its subdivision, unless such indication stems from the use of a different alphabet. This recommendation should apply to national sides and edge letterings of both normal and commemorative euro circulation coins. It should not apply to the national sides and edge letterings of both normal and commemorative euro circulation coins which have been first issued prior to the adoption of this recommendation. The above paragraphs, from a European Commission recommendation of December 19, 2008, in essence, exhorted 5 eurozone members to change their national designs. Finland and Belgium did so in 2007 and 2008 respectively, while Austria, Germany and Greece have not announced any design changes for the time being. As of 2014, Belgium, Netherlands, Spain and the Vatican have experienced a change in head of state and are either minting or are due to mint new versions of coins with their new monarch. Security features. Euro coins have high security machine-readable features. Sophisticated B-metal and sandwich technologies have been put into the A1 and A2 coins. The A0.10, a 0.20 and a 0.50 coins are made of Nordic gold, which is a unique alloy, difficult to melt and used exclusively for coins. The lettering on the edge of the A2 coin also protects it from counterfeiting. Features for persons with impaired sight. Euro coins were designed in cooperation with organizations representing blind persons, and as a result they incorporate many features allowing them to be distinguished by touch alone. In addition, their visual appearance is designed to make them easy to tell apart for persons who cannot read the inscriptions on the coins. The coins increase in size and weight with value. Of the 8 denominations of euro coins, the 3 lowest denominations are small, resemble copper in color and are quite thin and light. The next 3 denominations resemble gold in color and are thicker as well as heavier. The highest 2 denominations are bimetallic, being generally larger and thicker than the lower denominations. In general, the greater the value, the heavier and larger the coin. Copper color identifies low value. Gold color identifies medium value. 2 different metals identify high value. Although there have been other currencies predating the euro that were specifically designed in similar ways to aid the visually impaired, the introduction of the euro constitutes the first time that authorities have consulted associations representing the blind and visually impaired before the release of a currency. Commemorative issues. Each state allowed to issue coins may also mint 2 commemorative coins each year from June 2013. From 2004 to May 2013, countries were only allowed mint 1 coin per year. Only A2 coins may be used in this way and there is a limit on the number that can be issued. The coin must show the normal design criteria, such as the 12 stars, the year and the issuing country. Greece was the first country to issue a commemorative coin, and was followed by all but Cyprus, Estonia and Ireland. However, in 2007 every eurozone state participated in the Treaty of Rome program, where all member states issued a coin of similar design to commemorate the signing of the Treaty of Rome, the only difference being the name of the issuing country and the language of the text. This was repeated in 2009 in commemoration of the 10th anniversary of the Economic and Monetary Union. The design was selected by electronic voting by EU citizens. The most recent common commemorative coin was issued in 2012 to commemorate 10 years from the introduction of the euro. In 2006, Germany began issuing a series of coins, the German Bundesler currency der series, showing each of the states of Germany on its coins. This will last until 2021. Spain started a commemorative coin series Patrimonio de la Humanidad de la UNESCO in 2010, commemorating all of Spain's UNESCO World Heritage Sites, which could continue until 2050. The order in which the coin for a specific site is issued coincides with the order in which they were declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Malta will issue a series of 5 or 2 commemorative coins, all related to the Maltese constitutional history. The first coin was released in 2011 and the last coin will be minted in 2015. Gold and silver commemorative issues. A legacy of old national practice is the minting of silver and gold commemorative coins. Unlike normal issues, these coins are not legal tender throughout the eurozone, but only in the country where they are issued. However, these gold coins are intended for collectors as their bullion value vastly exceeds their face value. Some silver coins, such as the German 10 commemoratives, are often available at banks and some retailers at face value. These coins, however, generally do not circulate but are kept by collectors. It is uncertain whether the Council of Ministers will grant them legal tender status elsewhere outside national boundaries, as San Marino, Monaco, and the Vatican City also issue this kind of coins. Circulation. The European Central Bank is closely monitoring the circulation and stock of the euro coins and banknotes. It is a task of the Eurosystem to ensure an efficient and smooth supply of euro coins and to maintain their integrity throughout the eurozone. Statistics. As of May 2013, there were approximately 103,488,271,600 coins in circulation around the eurozone. That is approximately a 23,776,776,800 worth of coins. As of May 2013, there were approximately 26,778,132,300 or 0.01 coins in circulation around the eurozone. That makes it the most used coin of the eurozone. That is approximately a 267,781,300 worth of coins. Approximately 21,013,490,300 or 0.02 coins in circulation around the eurozone. That is approximately a 420,269,800 worth of coins. Approximately 16,797,006,000 or 0.05 coins in circulation around the eurozone. That is approximately 839,850,300 worth of coins. Approximately 12,511,250,900 or 0.10 coins in circulation around the eurozone. That is approximately 1,251,125,100 worth of coins. Approximately 9,613,390,800 or 0.20 coins in circulation around the eurozone. That is approximately 1,922,678,200 worth of coins. Approximately 5,349,366,900 or 0.50 coins in circulation around the eurozone. That is approximately a 2,674,683,400 worth of coins. Approximately 6,450,880,300 or 1 coins in circulation around the eurozone. That is approximately a 6,450,880,300 worth of coins. Approximately 4,974,754,200 or 2 coins in circulation around the eurozone. That makes it the least used coin of the eurozone. That is approximately a 9,949,508,300 worth of coins. Counterfeiting. Approximately 100,000 counterfeit euro coins are taken from circulation annually, and a similar number is seized before it can be released. Given a total circulation of 56 billion coins, counterfeit coins are relatively rare. About half the counterfeits feature the German national design, but counterfeits have been detected for every issuing country. The majority of counterfeit coins are a 2, with most of the rest being a 1, and a few are 0.50 coins. The number of counterfeiter 2 coins being found annually is decreasing, while numbers of counterfeiter 1 and 50-cent coins are increasing. Total amount of counterfeit coins seized from circulation in 2011: 157,000, 2010, 186,000, 2009, 172,100, 2008, 195,900, 2007, 211,100, 2006, 163,800, 2005, 100,500, 2004, 74,564, 2003, 26,191, 2002, 2,336. The European Technical and Scientific Centre estimates that up to 2 million counterfeit coins were put into circulation in 2002. Recent investigations by the European Commission have shown that the level of sophistication in the counterfeits is increasing, making prompt detection even more difficult. In 2008, Irish MEP Owen Ryan called for tighter regulation over tokens and medals that are being increasingly used for small purchases, mainly in vending machines across Europe. Small denomination coins, the A0.01, a 0.02, and a 0.05 coins account for approximately 80% of all new coins minted in the eurozone. Due to the expense of producing such low-value coinage, the Commission with some member states have proposed that costs could be cut by having a common design on both sides of these coins, rather than minting numerous different designs. The A1 and A2 coins are two-toned. The gold is an alloy, 75% copper, 20% zinc and 5% nickel. The silver is cupronical, 75% copper, 25% nickel. The A0.10, a 0.20 and a 0.50 coins are a proprietary alloy known as Nordic gold, consisting of 89% copper, 5% aluminium, 5% zinc and 1% tin. The A0.01, a 0.02 and a 0.05 coins are copper-coated steel fura copyrights. The copper alloys make the coinage antimicrobial. Price rounding, the A0.01 and a 0.02 coins were initially introduced to ensure that the introduction of the euro was not used as an excuse by retailers to heavily round up prices. However, due to the cost of maintaining a circulation of low-value coins, by business and the mints, Finland and the Netherlands round prices to the nearest 5 cents if paying with cash, while producing only a handful of those coins for collectors, rather than general circulation. The coins are still legal tender and produced outside these states. Despite this, many shops in the Netherlands refuse to accept them. The Swedish rounding law in Finland was issued in January 2002 and thus before the coins were put into circulation. The Netherlands followed suit in September 2004, with Belgium making moves to follow in 2005. The Netherlands did so under pressure from retail businesses, which claimed that dealing with 1 and 2 cent coins was too expensive. After a successful experiment in the town of Woerden in May 2004, retailers in the whole of the Netherlands have been permitted to round cash transactions to the nearest 5 cents since September 2004. This is in part due to factors such as rising metal prices. De Nederlandsche Bank calculated it would save $36 million a year by not using the smaller coins. Other countries such as Germany favored retaining the coins due to their desire for a 1.99 prices, which appear more attractive to the consumer than AA2 price. This is echoed by the European Central Bank itself, which supports the coins, stating it allows businesses to calculate prices more exactly to attract consumers, such as a 0.99. According to a Eurobarometer survey of EU citizens, Germans are most skeptical about the removal of the A0.01 and a 0.02 coins from complete circulation in the eurozone, but on average there is a majority for their removal. The Belgians are most supportive of their removal. The Commission in 2010 released its guidelines on daily life euro cash questions, to give citizens guidelines on such issues with direct implications on their daily lives. These guidelines are based on 10 guiding principles. 2 of these guiding principles were and still are that no surcharges should be imposed on payments in cash, and member states should not adopt new rounding rules to the nearest 5 cent. References. External links: European Central Bank, the Euro, information website, common guidelines for the national sides of Euro circulation coins.